Hello and hi everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining in. It is me, Magical Matthias, and I'm here to do a review today over the new Naturalistas that are coming out. I think they're hitting Target shelves. I don't know if they're hitting other stores as well. But I found her at Target. Her name is Kelsey. It is a new line of dolls that celebrate Black heritage, Black culture, and the beauty within it. So there's hairstyles that you don't typically see with a full line of dolls because you don't see any sleek straight saran or anything. You see a lot of really beautiful texture and you see some cool braids, and I love these curls. They each have different names. There's Dana, Kelsey, Leah, Paige, and Grace. And that's actually the first time I'm seeing all of those. They're super cute. I love like Grace is low key giving like the Barbie vibe as well, because you know like Grace was the after Nikki, that was Barbie's friend. But I really love them. I got Kelsey because they only had who was the other one they had? I think it must have been, I think it was Dana, honestly. And like on the box she looks amazing, but in person she was not that cute. And also they're like randomly printing Naturalistas on like gowns. It doesn't work. But I loved her. I'm also going to rebody her just because like why not? Let's give her some articulation already, even if she doesn't have any. But it does give them like a little oh, interesting. So this is really all about hairstyling. Like I like that they've done this. So on the back of the box, it gives like a little bio of your character. So she's from New York and her motto is natural hair is chic. She likes to do a blowout and her hair type is 4B. So they give you the specific type of hair because it's really interesting that they've never done anything like that. So definitely let me get her out of the box and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so we've got her out of the box and she's so beautiful. So I really love that this line, it's made by, what is it called? Let's see. It's made by Purpose Toys. Is that the manufacturer? Yeah, Purpose Toys. And it's a supportive community of Black founders. And that's like, it's amazing because these are a toy with a purpose. The back of the box tells you exactly what style of curl her hair is. When it says 4B, there's 4A, 4B, and 4C. And 4A is like loose S-shaped curls. 4B is more like a zigzag shape, but it can still be an S-shaped curl, but it's a little bit more of like that zigzag. And then you've also got 4C, which is like curls, like a full ringlet curl pretty much, or a tight curl. But I love that they have created this for people to educate themselves, you know, because a lot of people, like white people, have no idea the different styles of textures, etc., etc. And now that they have it on the back of the box, they can research it and they can understand it a little bit better. Because, for example, I grew up with, I had an Addie Walker doll when I was a kid, and she was the first experience that I had of a doll with a hair texture that was different. And it taught me, like, my calming thing when I was a kid was braiding things, and Addie was very important in that sense because she had the perfect hair to braid, and it helped me a lot, it calmed me. And I think that's kind of the purpose of this, to give kids something. Okay, this has your hair texture, you now have a doll that you can practice your own hairstyles on. And it is different than this would be Mattel's version of like 4B, I presume, because they honestly have really good hair textures with Mattel now. So I wouldn't count them out. I don't quite think that, like this visually, I don't think that was necessarily something that was, like you can still find similar things in the toy aisle, but this is just celebrating like glamour, and you've got so much, this is a lot of hair in comparison as well. So I really do think that this line is kind of, it's breaking boundaries really for the toy aisle, and I love that it's accessible because it's also in the same price range as your like fresh dolls, which are also supposed to be in the same demographic, but they lack that education factor that is really important for a doll like this. Especially because she has like really glamorous gowns that she can get, and she's going to like events and awards, and this girl is from New York and she goes to a school. They're doing really well. I like what they're doing here. She doesn't have the best articulation, but with other dolls on the market, I would absolutely recommend to grab this. It's $12.99. You absolutely should. So she has pivotal arms, a little ball joint in that shoulder, but that is it. The arms are a little bit bendy. Her legs are just a straight leg. You can go to the side and back and forward. Maybe they were trying to give these dolls curves, but they really didn't. Like, this is not that much of a curve situation. We can do a lot better, you know what I mean? But she does look amazing. So here is Kelsey. You can see her beautiful. It's a very animated style of sculpt almost. I feel like the sculpt could be better, truly. Honestly, that is what's holding this line back, is the sculpt. Because the quality of clothes is like not the best, but you can easily look past that because of how beautiful the hair is. But I think that the sculpt and the body is kind of holding this line back. But yeah, let me get Miss Kelsey on a made to move body and let's see how she feels. Alrighty, Kelsey is made to move. She's so great. I love this doll. Her face almost reminds me of like, if they made like a Selena doll now, this would be a good face sculpt for her. But let's see. There is something about the face sculpt that's like, you know, like a Broadway production gift store doll. Like, it's not defined and it just doesn't look expensive. Like, but she is only a $12 doll, so keep that in mind. Hold on, let's see if we can get some focus. Hello. Okay, well, you can kind of just see she definitely has like a more animated sculpt. And it's very just simple, but definitely this doll is meant for Hairplay. She has fantastic hair and it's really nicely rooted, so you're gonna be able to play with it and it's not gonna, you know, you're not gonna pull out plugs like you would with MGA. Hopefully they put glue on the inside of the head. I didn't quite check. But after putting her on this made to move body, she's great. She's definitely like a spicy like Latina superstar now, but I know the shoes don't work. But I kind of feel like she would benefit from the Shawnee body, which if you don't know what the Shawnee doll was, it was like it was the original like cultural doll. At that time it was an African American doll, so they were really heavy on African prints and things like that. And it was to celebrate culture and celebrate heritage, and they introduced new sculpts and a new body style that was really beautiful, and in my opinion it's still the best body sculpt. And you're gonna see doll nudity, just warning you, okay? But it's because it has a smaller bust than your traditional like 90s Barbie, 80s Barbie, smaller shoulders than them as well, and the hips are more narrow at the waist, and then they come out to just like a more fashion aesthetic. And so I really think that if I take like this doll that is like the current like goddess moment and take it and put it on this body, oh my gosh, that would be great. I'm gonna do that. I would break this neck sculpt or neck peg if I try to do it right now. So I'll have to like warm water and do it. But I wanna hear from you guys. Should I do it or should I just leave her on this made to move and like let her have a good time? Because she is like definitely very adventurous right now. But I just feel like she could have a full fashion adventure if she's on a different body, you know? But yeah, put it in the comments below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Magical Matthias out.